Now I'm
Me
happy
happy
boy.
boy.
What are you afraid of? If you don't
Me
have the courage
Chinese.
to get rich,
Make a lot
you
of money.
deserve to be poor. Join.
You stole my heart, you intercepted it. Now you're gone, have to accept it. Did I meet your mom too soon? Or did I do what I always do? Yeah, we made it to the 50, and then you kissed me. We made it to the 40, a new love story. We made it to the 30, and you did me dirty right then. You put the end in tight end, and as I touched down, just like you in a game, I'm in another town, and nothing feels the same. Wish I could go back when we met that day. Oh, whoa, and throw a flag on the play.
German sips with a grin so wide. Pogs on the table can't hide his pride. Creator in the corner starts to glare. Madness sparks and hate fills the air. Stack 'em high, a tower of luck. Germans winning, it feels like pluck. Alice Matt's fury, a brewing storm. Visions of pogs in every form. Pogs are spinning, tables turning. Alice Matt's eyes with fierce fire burning. Germans' laughter echoes loud in a world that's pog-bound proud. Matt sees and he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. And he's mad insane. Eyes on fire, can't take the strain. Pogs and pieces drive him to pain. His patience snapping like an old chain. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Alas, mud fumes can't take no more. Pogs and slammers hit the floor. It's not about the game you see. It's about what fun could be. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann. Du bist nie gewinnen, Entenmann.
Before I play the next intro, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Let's see who we got. We got Massive Panda. He says, "What's going on, Alaska?" Well, what's going on is I'm just doing a quick video check. Yeah, okay. No lag. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm doing good. There's no lag, so that's perfect. And we have the background going in check. It's good. Everything's great. I feel good. I feel really good. I think we're gonna have a good stream today. I think we're gonna have an awesome, inspiring stream today. full of people that care and love and are not full of hate, because hatred is not good. Yeah, boy! So Andy Contreras. Hello, Andy. I hope you're having a great day, because the hate chat, like this one here who's in the ban zone, of course, she resorts to lots of table flipping. She's a violent person, very violent, and I'm scared for my life. Frank Dux was a Frank. Okay, I'm not gonna read that word, Kirk. I'm not gonna read that word. I'm not gonna read that word. What is? Wait. Oh, I see. You're spamming my chat with other non sequitur. You're spamming my chat with non sequitur. So there we go. Okay, scroll down more. Okay, I see racist emojis. Vinzinger says, "What's up, amigos? I just finished up watching a John's Longbox stream. Hail John's Longbox. Good. Glad to have you from Longbox Streams. A night of comic talk, right? Because why not? The Poggers song makes me want to bob my head from side to side like the dance move from Night at the Roxbury. I gotta do a video of the Poggers song. I'm thinking about making actually adding stuff in it. So we'll see. We'll see. YouTube obviously not notifying me because I didn't know John's Longbox was live. I got some people who didn't get notified of my post on Monday when I said I wasn't streaming on Monday. But I told people, hit the bell icon. Hit the bell icon that says all. That way you get every notification. How come I get freaking notifications from chats that I'm not even subscribed to? So YouTube's all kind of messed up. I know. But, let's see here. I think. Oh wait, did I go back to is this? Wait, what's going on in the chat? Why is it being repeated? This is weird. My chat's doubling. It's repeating itself. That's weird. KSS says, happy birthday, Lazarus. Thank you for my close-up. Anytime. I made my comment longer so as to force you to linger on my longer than usual. It's an old actor trick. I guess so. But you got your close-up, so I'm glad you feel good about it. I'm glad you awesomely feel good. Sorry if I ruined your night, Geek, but you're in the ban zone, so I don't care about your opinions or your feelings. Good. Guys, when I stream and Gee's upset, that means it's a good night. It's going to be a great stream, full of inspiration and good material. So when he's upset, or when Color's upset, or when Javage Spurgs, I win, and you guys win. So this is a victory for us. As a team, we win tonight. We are such winners. Just making sure that good. Making sure my audio is good. I see it. We are winning tonight. Tonight's a victory for all of us. So Colin says, Alasma is lucky. Someone saw my bank account info, so I cannot super chat him D-word racism. Curse you, Lazman. Well, at least I have one night where I can feel safe and secure in a safe space. So you can't tarnish that tonight. So, okay, so let's see here. Okay, am I caught up with the chat? I think I am. Okay, good. I'm caught up with the chat. That way I'm not too behind. And I will go back to read more chats. But first, our theme song goes here. So here we go.
The night, there among forgotten pencils, a duck takes flight. Alice not the history duck tells us forgotten tales about creators long lost in a cabinet frail. He's been putting in a mile of research. He quacked up every flock perch. This Irishman aggressively knows his stuff. He's here to share the truth without a bluff. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panther, and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. Alice Mack, duck of the indies, Malin's favorite ethap. He knowledge of comics far off the old rap. He swims out of the lanes to find hidden bayous, strange creators, and obscure adult new. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panther, and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. So hang with the quackers deep in the comic graves. See Alice Matt's treasures, the sort that he craves. Do you know about these guys and do you care? A Duck Lord is willing and he's got plenty to share. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Panther, and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. Alice Matt should be quack-gratulated. Do not Mallard shun. He's busy peeking into the facts. Don't wig in him. while he's hunting for snacks. For snacks. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Cantor, and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay. Alice Mac to be quack gratulated. Do not mallard shun. He's busy peeking into the facts. Don't waken him while he's hunting for snacks. Duckman, oh Duckman, extolling the dead. Duckman, oh Duckman, what's got in your head? Simmons, Emerson, Cantor, and Ray, ancient artists surviving off of vodka and Bengay.
You know, the more I hear that song, the more I'm like, surviving on vodka. Ancient artists surviving on vodka. That now that I'm thinking about that, it's kind of messing with my head right now. It's just messing with me. I don't know what to think about that. Kirk says this would have been an A-OK game on SNES. You know, I was on Instagram the other day and I came across a clip of Donkey Kong Country, and I'm like, you know what? The music in that game was freaking next level. That was the next level. If you guys ever played Donkey Kong Country on Super Nintendo, the music in that was like orchestra. It was like just some awesome music for a video game in the 90s. And there's actually a story about how he made that music, because I'm not like tech savvy when it comes to video games, especially 90s games, but the way he explained how they made the music was like, oh wow, that's some inventive shit, because they didn't have enough levels for each individual instrument. So it was a way where they programmed the instrumental sounds into one layer. I guess I'm simplifying it, but I was like, oh wow, that's fascinating. What does that have to do with comics? Nothing, because I get to speak it. Massive Panda says, are you still shipping out the Beast Citizen graphic novels for the crowdfunding campaign? You did. I thought you didn't get yours. I thought. Yeah, I'm still shipping it, but I thought I sent yours out. Can you do me a favor? Can you just confirm your backer number, I guess? Because I'm shipping them out tomorrow. So if I didn't send yours out last week, I'm sending yours out tomorrow. So please just send me that info, because I thought I sent it out. I'm gonna check, because I was going through the crowdfunder as well as the Kickstarter. Those are the next shipments going out domestically. So just hit me up on that, because I want to make sure that I thought I sent it out. I thought I did. Just hit me up, please. If not, then it's going out tomorrow. I'm gonna go over the next few backers info so I can send those out. So that's gonna go out. Tim Olson says, "Here's a question: should we try to make great characters, but try and keep them relevant? Should we try to make great characters, but try and keep them relevant? I would think so. You know, a lot of the comic outliers we review on these streams, like they had characters that helped build their resume and remain in the public zeitgeist. I'm trying to stream. Stop squirming. Who is this? I don't know. I'm gonna shut this phone off because I'm trying to talk here. Phone is being very rude. Very rude. There. Now you stay in your place. All right. But yeah. Oh wait. It's CBR. Why am I still wearing black eyeliner? I don't do those things. I'm all man. Totally all man. I don't care what anybody tells you. I'm all man. I really am. Yeah, definitely check it. Let me know ASAP, because I would have sent it to you already. I thought I sent it to you in the last shipment, but if I didn't, just hit me up. I'm gonna check either way with my records to make sure, but because I do have the tracking number, so I can check to see if yours is one of the books I shipped. But I guess I thought I did, but if not, tomorrow I'll send it out tomorrow for sure. So just to hit me up. And yeah, and it's important. It definitely is important, because there's I've been getting like people like DMing me about certain things, and the importance of updating backers. So when I ship out my next books tomorrow, I'm going to send an update on all my platforms, and everybody knows what's the update on the fulfilling is, so that everybody knows it's getting done. So, and like I told the people in the last update, all the international backers are going to be done after I do all the domestic ones first. That way it gets done faster, and I can plan out accordingly financially. So, Most filmmakers know what backlighting does. Yes, I know, but for today's stream, Shifter, I want to do it, okay? For today's stream, I just want to do it one time. One time, I'm allowed. I can do that. Here's the beautiful Georgina. Georgina Floyd, I don't care what Raptor said. He's a jerk for saying that to you. You're not a bitch. You're a goddess. You're a queen. Raptor should know his place. And when I see him, we're going to throw down. He's going to know his place with you. I'll make sure of it. We're known to end lives, especially the lives of the those of the vanilla. I mean, anyway, as I was saying, yes, Kirk, day letters do suck. They absolutely suck, especially from Britain. British day letters are the worst. You ever got a British day letter? I get them all the time from Jabish. That's why he's in the ban zone. Because Jabish sends me all kinds of British day letters. That's why he stays in the ban zone. Him and his kind, all his kind. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome, sweetheart. Absolutely. I know. He says, I'm glad I ate supper an hour ago. Just saw videos of a dothead shitting his pants in a restaurant. Well, they shit in restaurants. They also shit in the beaches too, I hear too, especially Canadian dotheads. Anyway, Angela Curry's in the chat. Raptor Corgina, he did. He absolutely did. He did. It was worse. I heard it and I think I had PTSD when I heard it. Like, he said the thing. What a jerk. I am not. I respect the women's. I respect the women's, Sark. You're a hater. You hate women's. You're a danger. You're a threat, Sark. Oh, you're kind. Next, Eliza will turn on Sepatone filter. Maybe for you, I will. I think for you, I will do that. I'll turn on the Sepatone filter. Because you know why? You want to antagonize me. But it's not. You can't do that to me. You know why? Because I'm happy. I'm living. I am progressing and adding content that people are enjoying. For once, not for once. Actually, no. I'm telling myself they always enjoy my content. I'm influential. I am of the. I belong to that Tom McFarlane, Frank Miller crowd. That's me. They're my peers. They're my peers, and we make content together. We are all like part of the clean community. So I'm as influential as them. And listen, I believe it. Listen, I said it. I believe it. I don't care what anybody says. That's true. There you go. Manicore says, "Damn it! Look at that funny shit." That was not necessary. I turn on my camera and I go live, right? I go live for you people to be entertained, not for you to come and insult me. Like, do you guys sleep with yourselves at night and say to yourselves, I did good. I accomplished something good for today by coming in and saying just all kinds of weird and nasty things to me? See, look, this is why he's in the ban zone. This guy's in the ban zone. Look what he writes. He actually thinks this is beneficial for our community because we're torn. We're torn as a community. We're missing inspiration in art. Why? Because of things like this. Look at this. That was none of this that he wrote was necessary at all. At all. Sometimes you feel like an Eliza. Sometimes, you know what, Tim? I would say you should never feel like an Eliza, because if you ever feel like an Eliza, that means somebody stabbed you in the back with a spear. They were like 10 miles away. They saw you, and then they chucked a big one at you in your back. Don't ever feel like you're an Eliza. I don't want you'll feel safe and you'll feel free. I don't wish that for you, Tim. You're a good man. You should stay a good man. When will I crash out? I don't crash out, Gee. I don't crash out. I am here. I don't do the crash out. Like, why do you people think you could just you think you have the power to trigger me? You can't trigger me. I'm disciplined. I'm collected. You can't do that to me. So you could try, but that's why you're in the ban zone, and you're gonna stay in the ban zone with your ilk. Wait, Henry Beam says, "Can you promise me the stream where we worked the commercial? I was just forced to watch. Didn't have to skip option. Well, here's the thing, Henry. Thank you for watching the commercial, because that means I got paid. So at the very least, you have guaranteed that I'll get like 2 cents. So thank you for that. Like that is 2 cents of your time you've given me. Okay. And before people laugh at 2 cents, hey, 2 cents is 1/5 of a dime, and a dime is worth something somewhere out there. I don't know where, but it's worth. So just take my word for it. Have I caught up in the chat? Let's see. I think I'm skipping some ones. Spear me without my consent. They don't need your consent. Those kind don't need your consent, Tim. They don't. I'm telling you, it's violence. Violence doesn't need consent. It just needs a victim and a target. And unfortunately, I'm both of those things. That's why I get scared coming to streams because everybody in the chat has got their spears ready. They see me and they're ready to chuck them at me. It's just it's the worst thing ever because I just come here to be a part of this community to contribute artistically and inspirationally, but they don't like that. But once I instituted the ban zone, then people start to take notice because now they realize, oh, there's consequences for hatred and racism and violence. Once I put the ban zone in, people start to notice and say, you know what? There absolutely is a call for Unita. I think so anyway. No, it's not a hate crime, Gee, because here's the thing. There's a lot of y'all, there's a lot of chats, and I can't read them all because if I did that, I got to rename the stream. I got to call it Indie Comic Outliers reading the chats. That'll be the name of the stream because that's what the content is about, reading the chats. Hey, I just tuned in to hear some guy read a chat. Yeah. Imagine an hour and a half of me reading chats. Who tuned in for that? That's dumb. Nobody would tune in for that. I lose everything. But you think you think I might go aggressive? No, you ain't seen nothing yet. I mean, there's obviously a disagreement between you and me, but that's why you're in the ban zone. So there you go. What can I tell you? Oh wait, I sent Mood of Hell the link, but I guess Helmets is too good for the stream tonight, so that's fine. I sent him the link. But apparently he's too good. He's too. His kind does. They do weird stuff together with people. I don't know because we're still continuing our series on the Belgian comic artists of yesteryear. A lot of these Belgian comic artists were great cartoonists. Some of them had great range. And today's guy, Andrew Franquin, he had some great range. Like his range was pretty. I said André Franquin. Did I say Andrew? No, it's André. André Franquin. Yeah, he had an awesome range, and we're gonna look at some of his stuff. And unlike the last few Outliers, he passed away without being murdered. So it's good to actually talk about a creator that wasn't murdered for once, like the last couple guys, you know. Ooh, so. Oh, you want to be linked Prime? Should I get Prime in the show, even though he's because we're doing comics. Is this Prime or Primity? Okay, so Primity, we're doing comics. So we don't get to this other nonsense in here. I don't want to hear about Sector. I don't want to hear about Nina Infinity, all these other fools. I want to keep it straight on the comics. So if you could do this, Primity, if you could do this, then I'll give you the link and we can do this. But you got to do it this way. No, it was a heart attack. Spoiler alert, he was a heart attack. So yeah, no, we're not derailing. No derailing because I want to keep it on brand. This is not a boring community draw stream. This is a indie comic outlier. By the way, the boring community draw stream, we did pretty good. I didn't think I could pull off doing what do you call it? Guts from Berserk, but I think I did. I did a pretty good job. It's one of my best works ever. I am exceptionally proud of my work at By the way, in doing these Belgian comic artists, I didn't touch on. Well, I did, but not as much as I should have. And I think I'm going to do a stream on this one day for the Indie Comic Outlier streams. A stream on Spiro Magazine. I'll look into it, but a lot of the guys that I covered from Belgium had their start or stayed with Spiro Magazine, which is a comics magazine from the 40s onward. Still goes on to this day. So, and yeah, it featured cartoonists from Italy, France, Switzerland, Netherlands. So yeah, so I think one day I'm gonna do a stream on Spiro Magazine, but André Franquin got to start with Spiro, and he stayed with Spiro for most of his career until later on. But yeah, he was a big fixture in the Belgian comic scene, and between that and Tintin, he worked for Tintin magazine. Tintin was like a rival magazine of Spiro. He did Tintin for about 5 years, but he had some kind of like financial contractual dispute with Spiro, and he went over with Tintin. But he got the financial contract settled with Spiro, but in doing so, he was doing work for both Spiro and Tintin. So one of the things he did with both magazines was let's see, let me pull it up here. So he did a series called Modeste and Pompon. It's about a boyfriend-girlfriend team, and Modeste is a man who's got a short temper. And he did work for this until 1959. And after 1959, the rights were bought out by Tintin, so they did this comic up until 1988, and they had different artists and writers. But this is an example of Franquin's cartooning style. That little ginger's head is as fucked up. You know what, Manticore? No one asked for your opinion. You can derail it, but it's not going to work. I'm not going to let you derail nothing, Manticore. You're kind in derailing shit. Let me stop, because I want to be very just want to be very, very open with you people. Okay, let's just be open and let's just work together. Okay, Modeste and Pompon. Yes. What's confusing, Angela? This is the time to ask questions. What's confusing? Please ask the question. Is that it? Where is that wearing mouse ears? No, that's the hair. I think. Let me see. Let me scroll up. Oh no, that's like those like fluffy earmuffs, I think. That's a hell of a question to ask, but I'm glad you asked it. That means you're paying attention. So that's I appreciate that. See, Angela cares. Angela loves what I do. She appreciates the blood that I shed and the scars that I inherit preparing these streams for you people. She appreciates it. She's asking the questions. She's making me study the artwork. She's making me analyze it and actually giving factual and accurate information. You people in the chat should be more like Angela Curry. Be more like Angela. Be observant, analytical, ask questions, get the answers. See, Angela, I was giving you props and you had to put this in there. For no reason, Angela. I was giving you props. Angela, what happened to you? You used to be one of my biggest enforcers, one of my biggest encouragers, and you just turned totally detractor on me with the rest of these people in the chat. Why? What have I done to you? I've done nothing to you. I've been nothing but encouraging and complimentary of you. But now you've inherited a spear. You become one of these people with the spears and you're ready to chuck them at me. Be more like Kobe Mack. He's a good one. That was a style years ago. Yeah. That actually, this is a very timeless style. I definitely like this style. Oliver and Pinocchio. Well, I don't know if I see Oliver, but Pinocchio. If Pinocchio is Goldenstein, yeah, sure, I definitely see Pinocchio. Do D words go Q? Says Osgrade say. You thought I was gonna read that, right? I ain't gonna read that. I'm gonna shorten it for YouTube's standards and practices, because I ain't gonna get my channel struck by you folks. It's not gonna happen. Here's another. This is a cover, one of the covers he did during his 4-year time with Tintin for Modeste at Pompon. Let's see. I think those black thingies on her ears was a staple of her design. I'm guessing that's what it is, but I went back. I went too far ahead. Here we go. We'll go to that one in a second, but I just wanted to show you this. And these were all like one-page gags. They were called one-page gags. That's what he was doing. So like the Sunday Funnies, and then they got lumped in together in albums and were released as albums after their initial run. So, but yeah, 4 years of this run was totally Andre's Franquin before it was taken over by other artists. The girl almost reminds me of the Jetsons a little bit. Yeah, I guess I could see that. Oh yeah, I do see that. Yeah. A little bit of Jane Jetson, I guess, or Judy Jetson. I can kind of see that. Yeah. I mean, look, this was like in the 50s, and so I know Jetsons came in. Jetson was a decade later in the 60s, but that design was still prevalent during that time, so it makes sense. Henry Beeman says, "Far be it for me to actually leave a positive comment, but I like this cartooning style. I like it too. It's fun to look at, and I think the coloring helps it too. The yellow, the bright yellow, the bright green, the bright reds are all wonderful combinations. It really is pleasing to the eye. It's nice visual escapism, because we got too much blue in our entertainment today, too much black. I think we're missing that. We're missing, like, you go to the movies, right? You go see, like, for example, the Thunderbolts, the Marvel's Thunderbolt movie, and they're all almost wearing blacks. That's like, it's something that goes all the way back to the 90s with the X-Men movies. Like they all wear black. Right? There's no color in the team uniform. There's no color in these characters. It's all black. It's all dark. It's all dull. You know, we're missing that toyetic appeal to these characters now. So you see something like this, and it just visually just takes you into that world because of the colors. I know there's a science to this. I know, but yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out. No, guys, I'm just implying that she's gonna take her spiel and chuck it at me. Said, but she's ready to do that now, and I didn't deserve that. The cartoony art style looks nice, says Vin Zinger. Oh, he has so see that now the Alzheimer's getting to me. Damn it. So Franquin actually does have a good range. And I'm gonna show you later on. He's got quite a range of his artistic line art style. I think she could lose the black earmuffs. It takes away from her face. Yeah, that was an artistic choice, I guess, by him. I'm not sure why he went with it, but he did. So that's what he wanted to do. So, and this is Gaston Legal. That's another comic series he did. This is about a guy, an office clerk, the adventures, or rather the misadventures of an office clerk. I don't have a fucked up cranium, Manticore. My head's normal.
No, it's not.
I go to the MRIs and they say I look fine. I go to the CAT scans, they say I look fine. No one's ever said my cranium was mucked up, Manticore. You're just making that up. Don't fight science. Science says I'm okay. Science confirms I'm a normal-headed person. God. I know, don't spread rumors, Arnold. Don't spread rumors. I'm talking about André Franquin. Don't spread rumors. This ain't the time and place, Arnold. Not the time and place. Mass Pants. Yeah, I think The Matrix came out and then they wanted to put any and every character superhero. Oh yeah, so start with The Matrix. Yeah, I was thinking The Matrix when I was talking about that. And they want to put every character from that point on annoying and uninspiring. Yeah, it's uninspiring. It's unoriginal. It's dull. It's pathetic. And then try to turn that into toys and action figures. Nobody buys it. They don't buy those because it's so unappealing to the eye. I called it Beast Thing Elasmat too late, says Angela Curry. Well, I don't know what to say about that, Angela. I mean, you've been very aggressive to me lately, very antagonistic, and hurts my heart now. I really am a man alone in this world. Thanks a lot, Angela. I'm a man alone in this world. The world lies to... No, they're not lying to me, Sark. They're not lying to me. Science will not lie to me, Sark. I'll give you the medical records to prove it to you that my head is normal. Such an insulting, antagonistic, violent words from his chat. See, be like Master Panda. He says, I love how much life there is in his hands. He's really pushing that cartoon exaggeration. Well, that's what cartoonists do. They exaggerate expressions and anatomy. And yeah, and it really helps visually tell the story. Like you point out the hands, like that tells you. That's just really creates the illusion of boredom and just destitution. So that was a good observation by Master Panda. So yeah. So Colin is vocal about what he likes and doesn't like in the art that I show on these creators. I think last week he was not a fan of our outlier. Then who did we promote last week? Well, not promoted. We don't promote nobody because most of these guys are dead. But last week we had on Rich Burlew, right? The stick figure comic that made $1 million. A stick figure comic that I can't get over that stream. That like people argue like Spurgs about good art in a comic. A comic has to look like a freaking 90s comic. Meanwhile, a stick figure comic made $1 million. $1 million on a stick figure comic from Webtoon, nonetheless. So, I told you some people feel we're going to be hurt with that stream. And I think they were. Arnold, she loves me, so you don't get to make fun of us and divide us. You can't do that. Anyway, Vizinga says the art style reminds me of this comic about a Hispanic character I learned when I was in the middle. It wasn't a superhero comic; it was more of a comedic slice of life comic. You know, it's funny you said because a lot of the South American comics had this style. One that I think about was Condorito. And I think I did promote. I keep saying promote. I don't promote these freaking people. I just talk about them. But yeah, there was Condorito from was it Colombia or Chile? I think it was Chile where that comic was from. But it reminds me of that style. I definitely thought about that. I was viewing Franquin's work. I was like, yeah, it has that South American. I mean, it's definitely European. Like you could definitely sense the Franco-Belgian influence here, but there definitely is a little bit of that South American feel as well to it. KSS says, I asked a 70-year-old neighbor what the white equivalent of hibbity jibbity was, and he said, horsepucky. I never heard not one white say horsepucky. I can use that. A lot of horsepucky. You know, I'm gonna use that, KSS. Thank you I'm gonna use. See, now I'm inspired. It's a lot of horsepucky you're talking. See that flows naturally off my tongue. I like that. I like that. You just made my day good now. I feel better now. Thank you. Horsepucky. Gas and Lagaf says, like, guys, it's basically the adventures of a thin, smart, hetero prime. Well, Gaston wasn't smart, so I don't know. But thin hetero prime, yeah. If Prime was thin and heterosexual, yeah, that would be Gaston. So yeah, I think it's accurate. I'm positive that's accurate. Yes, don't be like Guy in Colors. Don't be like them. They're in the ban zone. I don't want to put you in the ban zone. I can't because the ban zone's closed right now. So we're not accepting any new members because they're trying to unionize. And I'm not going to let them unionize. I will do to them what Trudeau did to the truckers. Was that too soon? That probably is too soon. I shouldn't say that. Anyway, Bear says, great. I come in it and ask Elias about how he's doing. I didn't mean to ignore you, Bear, but you see what I'm dealing with, right? You see what I'm dealing with in the chat. By the way, we're talking about André Franquin, and this is Gaston Lagaffe, which is about an office clerk and his day and life and times. So, you know, with me trying to navigate the chat and talking about the artwork and the comic series by Franquin, I did not mean to ignore you, Bear. But you gotta understand, the chat is what they are, and they're being very hostile. So please, just bear with me, Bear. See, I said Bear twice. See what I did there? You can clip that and just make that your own YouTube intro. So if you do YouTube, I don't know if you do, but the hyper illustrative style only came around in the early 2000s to appeal to middle-aged comic fans. Kids could not care less about that. No, they don't. That's the thing. This is why Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dogman, Bone, all these comics and illustrative storybooks make millions. Look at the art style in those books. That's part of the reason why I'm doing these indie comic outliers, because I've heard it for so many years that, it has to look a certain way artistically, otherwise it sucks. And I'm like, are you dumb? Are you mental? Are you seriously mental? Have you not seen the comic strips of yesteryear, the comics by these particular artists, or the underground comics of the 60s and 70s and the 80s? I'm like,
my kiddos watch, my clients watch, is like, why do you like this?
These are the simpler styles, right? Like the.
No, I'm just talking about like the art style would be something that I'm definitely would not be drawn to, but
Right.
like they are just all about it, and it's just like, oh
Mhm.
my gosh, like this is so good.
Yeah.
But they love it.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a reason why those comics make millions of dollars. And it goes back to what Scott McCloud said about the universality of comic art, cartoonish art. So anyway, let me just go down. I go into these little soliloquies, and I'm seeing a lot of good things you guys are writing in the chat. So if I miss it, oh wait, it does look like Kathy. Oh, that's yes, Kathy was a Sunday comic strip. Yes, although I think this is more detailed than Kathy, but I see the comparison. So yeah, I just see it. I don't think this comic I learned in middle school was from Latin America. The comic was in the US and made in the US. Well, there you go, Vinzinger. So I guess I'm an asshole. I guess I'm an asshole, Vinzinger. Okay, I'm an asshole. All right, I should die. Does that make you happy? I'll die. Can't make anybody happy in this chat. I really. Wait, what word? What word did I use? Did I use a word that I wasn't supposed to use? I don't know what word that is, Henry. You gotta educate me, because I don't know what word I used that I wasn't supposed to use. So Please don't hurt me. Don't spear chuck me because I don't mean to use words I shouldn't not be using. So I'm sorry. Mazepin says, facts. They decided to suck all the color, visual appeal, and fun out of comics. They replaced it with hyperrealism, muted colors, and boringness all around. Sad. And it goes like a comic looks, the more shitty it is. And he's the normie perspective, normie. Let me say it correctly. Normie. Okay. The normie perspective of comic art is the more realistic it is, the more shittier it is. And proof of that is not just looking at Jeff Smith's Bone, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dogman, those books, those comics. Look at the book from last week. Rich Burl used Order of the Stick. $1.2 million doesn't lie. It really doesn't. But we don't want to have that conversation because it'll hurt a lot of feelings. My throat is sore. Wait, Bear, did you seriously ask that question? Did you seriously ask that? What did Carol do to me? What did she do to me? She's got a white hood and she's got that spear in her hand and ready to chuck it at me. What do you mean what she did to me? She's one of those violent people. That's why she's in the ban zone. She's dangerous. I love the art style. It's really good stuff. Well, yeah, it is. I like it too. It's very, as said earlier in the chat, it's very expressive. And you're going to see exactly, his range. Here's a cover for one of his Gaston collections. So, nice use of design. This is the first appearance of Gaston. This is the first issue, not first, the first comic appearance in the magazine of Spirou. You can appreciate the line art. Okay, I'm gonna have to skip some people in the chat because if not, I'm never gonna catch up. So there we go. Now I'm caught up. So there we go. Okay. All right. So Gaston was a spinoff of a comic series in the Spirou magazine called Spirou and Fantasio. I think I said it right. And this panel here is the first appearance of Gaston. It was a cameo he did, and I believe that's him in the far right with the newspaper in his hand. I think, or is that him in the far left in the bicycle? I don't know. He's one of these guys. Just take my word for it. Damn, that bike riding scene, fire. You see the uses of the colors. Again, I like the visual, the way the colors just work together. It's a nice visual. Very visually attractive. That's what I was trying to convey. It's a visually attractive book. Kara shows your streams to her kid as an example of what not to be as an adult. Well, I'm glad, Guy. I'm glad it gives you. I hope that buys you, Guy, 3 cups of coffee, all sugar. Yeah, the rolled up pants was the 50s and 60s style. You know what? It's funny because when I see these older comics or even like the older TV shows like Leave It to Beaver, that Father Knows Best, it's like you see the clothing style. It's like it's amazing, like what kids were dressing like back then and what they're dressing up like now. It's like wow, it's fascinating what was considered rebellious back then, or what was considered the style back then. His lettering is on point. It's nice and visually easy on the eyes. You can read it without any issues. Yeah, it's not a science. To just make it readable and add it as part of the image and make it part of the image and make it fun to look at. The backgrounds draw the eye. Yeah, it's a combination of the line art and the colors. I think the colors, and it really helps it a lot. He was good with the colors. Like Chester Gould's Dick Tracy. Very, very good with the colors. The internet already bailing on him. On who? Not me. Not me. Wait, I don't know. Oh wait, we had interesting. Okay, so let me check this out. So Illustrator, he says, let me just interject and say that Gaston Lagaffe is a far better name than Gomer Goof. Yeah, Gomer Goof. Okay, so the thing with Gomer Goof. So Gomer Goof was like the Western name that was given to Gaston when they brought the comics here. And I think only a few pages were translated in English, I believe. I think I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know, but I think only a few of the Gaston comics were translated in English. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what it is. So about 4 pages were translated in English. And he was called Gomer Goof, which is kind of stupid, but in 2017, well, before that, the comic was translated in different languages and it was like published all around the world, but it didn't get to the West until 2017 when all the comics were finally translated in English and were published under who published it? It was damn, what was the name of the company that published it? It was Cinebook. Cinebook published the series starting in 2017. So yeah, so Franquin stuff was definitely available worldwide. Panel has a lot of so this is an interesting comment. So Kobe Max says panel has a lot of life and you can actually make out what's going on. So this is okay. So how can I frame this? Because this is an excellent comment. This is important for artists when they put all kinds of bells and whistles on a panel or on a page, and it's like, let me see if I can give an example. Another example, but too much detail in a comic really is not that good. I hate to say it, but it's not, because the eyes will get lost and then you don't know what you're looking at. Okay, so this is okay. Let me show you guys this. Let me enlarge my screen. So I have in my hand here the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from IDW, the original Eastman and Laird books. This is volume 1. Okay, volume 1, and I'll put on the light for this. So I will get rid of the backlight for this example. Okay, there we go. All right, this is an example of how to use detail without really getting too detailed. So look at their cityscape, right? Not too detailed, but detailed enough to make a good cityscape drawing. And look how nice that looks. And there's enough space to give like a balance to the eye. So you're not like bombarded with a lot of detail, a lot of information, but enough that you could tell what's going on, and it just gives you enough space to like take it easy on the eyes. So this is an example of being able to make out what's going on. And it's I was impressed by that page. When I saw this page, I was impressed by it. Like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna read it later on. But it was impressive. I was very impressed by that. And this is a good example to illustrate further what Kobe Mack is saying. So all right. Yeah, I gotta skip a few chats. Sorry guys, but I go on these monologues and don't put on the backlight. We'll see a lot. We'll see stains. Don't put the backlight. Don't put on the backlight. We'll see the stains. What stains? What are you talking about? What is this non sequitur stuff you're talking about? What stains? I'm just trying to run a stream. Wait, a lot of the camera angle makes it look like his bookshelf's gonna fall on him. Nice Dutch angle, you jerk. I like the Dutch angles when done properly are artistic, Kizzy. You know, I gave you a close-up, and this is how you treat me? Just a jerk. And it's moving on now. This is more of Gaston. You can see more of the garish colors. The yellow serves as a nice background that serves to really it complements the green in the foreground. You know, it's good if you can make out through the potato can. I thought I fixed that. Michael Diache. I thought I fixed that. Light shining off Alice. Who? Okay, I don't know who Alice Matt is, but you need to stop typing falsehoods. Oz, great sage. Anyway, Master Panda says that's a great point. There's a lot going on, but the composition separates everything well. This could have been a hot mess if this Franquin wasn't as skilled. That's what it is. It's a lot of skill. The skill is in the designing. How you design the panel goes a long way in how you draw it. So throwing in all kinds of bells and whistles and minute details just because you can do it doesn't mean it's going to be a good piece. If the eyes are just too, because let's be honest, this is a comic. If you're drawing a comic, I hate to break it to you, but you can spend years drawing a comic, but the people reading it are going to probably spend a few minutes reading it and then they're going to forget about it. it's just a reality. They're gonna forget about it. So all that effort and years and life into something that is going to be disposed of in a few minutes for what? Did you entertain the reader? Was the reader entertained? Visually, they're probably just trying to make sense of what they're looking at. And you open up a comic and you can't tell what you're looking at because you got to look at every single detail to put it all together. It's like, that's not fun. Putting all that detail together, it's you want to just be able to open up a comic and just say, hey, I see this and this and this. And just you read the words and you want to read it too. Like you don't want to open up a comic book page and there's only like 2 or 3 word balloons. Like you want to be able to spend some time on it. I think anyway. I mean, I believe investing time in a book is definitely important if you're a reader, and if you're a creator, you want that from your reader. I think anyway. The art style also reminded me of Asterix and Obelix art style in the comics. I'm sure that there was a lot of influence there too. So, totally. Okay, I think I'm caught up with. Well, I'm skipping all the racism in the chat. Wait, copy and replicate that. Copy and replicate then. Copy and replicate then. I don't copy and replicate what? What is going on in the chat? Like, what are you guys doing in my chat? Why are you polluting my chat? What is? Anyway, let me not. Okay, I'm not gonna. I'm not going to give in. I'm not gonna give in to the hate. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going because there are people that actually watch the stream and are like, Lasmat is giving us good information, and I don't want him to be derailed by the haters in the chat. And I'm not gonna be derailed because like Gaston over here, like here's Gaston putting up wallpaper that says "Do it yourself." Because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing this on myself because I can't trust nobody. I'm a man on my own. I'm a man on an island, on my own island. Okay, I might be the North Sentinel people. You know the North Sentinel tribe people that kill people that step on the land. I'm them. I'm the North Sentinelese. You come onto my shore, I will kill you. I will unalive you. That's that game. I'm gonna unalive you. Okay, because like the North Sentinelese, I'm gonna defend my turf, and I ain't gonna trust you. You come into my turf, I will end you. Okay, because I'm a man on an island unto myself. I gotta protect myself because people that watch the stream are gonna be inspired to draw. Don't nobody watch the stream? They do. There's no man. Watch it right now, and then replay. They're gonna show the kids. And the kids, this is an art style. Look at, I want you to draw like this, and they're gonna draw, and they're gonna be inspired, and they're gonna go and be successful. And one day they're gonna say, "Oh, I was inspired by Lasmat," and no one's gonna know who I am, but that's okay because they're inspired. So I'll take it. I'm a winner. There you go. Anyway, make good kid book. No, that's not what I said. Student of God, that's not what I said. I'm just saying, make fun books. Make fun books. Okay. I don't even think Bone was a kid book. I think Bone. I mean, it had kid appeal, but it was mature enough for adults to read. So all I'm saying is make the books fun. Make the books fun. You could try to go and add minute details and make it super realistic, but I'm sorry, a stick figure comic book made $1 million. There's a reason why. People need to take that lesson and apply it however they want. Apply it however they want, but God designed man in his image, except for a lad that he just got a potato. You know what, geek? Stay in the band zone. You're in the band zone. Stay in the band zone. Never come out of it. Well, you can't because I decree you can't come out of it. No more McAfee antivirus because of a Lasmat's island defensive network. Yeah, well, you know what? Don't come into my island because I will North Sentinelese you. Don't come into my island. That's all I can tell you. Okay, so here, aside from doing Gaston, he also did a comic series called Ideas Noires, which translates as Dark Thoughts. And this is a self-portrait of him, by the way. And you can see like this is considered one of his more darker comics. It was considered notorious because it was more dark humor. So the other comics were lighthearted and uppity and cheery and all that stuff. This one is these ones were a bit more sinister, not sinister, cynical. And the humor was dark. So laughing at the ills of the world. And notably was how much heavy inks he uses for this series. So this is an example. This is another cover. So this is an example. So this is from the Dark Thoughts Ideas Noires. Noire. Well, it's Belgian, it's Franco-Belgian, so you shouldn't pronounce the S. So it's Idea Noire. Did I say it right? Idea Noire. I think so. None. Je ne veux pas. Je ne veux pas. I read the top part. See, I'm cultured. So, but yeah, you can see the themes are kind of darker as he makes fun of the more darker aspects of life. The art is a lot better. So Kirk is a fan now. There you go. Kirk is a fan. The art is a lot better. That's great black and white work. Excellent hatching or stippling. It's hatching. Not many people do stippling in the comic scene. I'm one of the few that does stippling, and I like stippling. It's hard to tell without my own screen. Yeah, this is definitely hatching. But let me enlarge it for you. Yeah, it's but more line. No stippling, but the heavy inks definitely gives a more darker look to it. It reminds me of like with Cable Guy, Jim Carrey's Cable Guy. That movie was visually a darker movie than his movies at the time that were more brighter, like Ace Ventura, The Mask, among others. So, Liar. But Cable Guy was visually a darker movie. Lady Sickapoo, she's getting better. She didn't cough as much today, but at least not when she was here. But
Taking too long.
I'm catching up to the chat. So there we go. So she's still sicky poo, but she's getting better. So she says, "Hail to the chat." There we go. Embiggen. Yes, I embiggened. I did it. Wait, I clicked it and then it did not the. Did it do the thing? Zoom in. I did zoom in. Sark. How much more do you want me to zoom in? It's good. It's good. Wait. Okay. You want me to zoom in more? Okay, I'll zoom in more. No. Sark wants me to zoom in. There you go. Look. I'm gonna zoom in for more. Look. There you go. Now the page in Godlike. There you go. I hope you're happy. It's now a page in Godlike. Is that what you wanted, Oz Great Sage? Is that what you wanted? I hope you're happy. I really hope you're happy. So, yeah, that's what you wanted. So, there we go. Now we're back to normal. I'd be sick too if I had to deal with you in person. Well, you don't have to, Manticore. You don't have to deal with me in person. So count your lucky stars.
Well, that's why I keep getting sick.
No, don't listen to Manticore. Manticore's a thief.
That explains
He is
everything.
stealing our joy. He's a thief and stealing our joy. He's coming to harass and divide us in the community. I'm sorry. What I meant to say was,
If you listen to KSSS, that'd be better by now.
I gave him his close up.
I don't want to hear it.
I gave him his close up.
I don't wanna hear
So you guys are bringing division to my house. What I mean to say
it.
was,
Keep telling you to take me to the spa, and you won't listen.
I'm taking you to the spot. Listen, Manticore, I don't care what you say. This is. She's getting better. Manticore is. She's getting better. God.
You keep telling yourself that. Make yourself feel better.
I feel good. I do. Wait, okay, says, damn it. I said get well soon last week, Lady Sickapoo. She's getting better, cuzzy.
No, read the whole thing.
Get her vitamin C and D allowed. I take her to a proper spot already. Look, don't. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something, kids. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Okay, I take care of her. Okay, I take care of her. I have to do work, take care of her, and do a live stream so people can get educated on these comic artists. Educated. You see? Why am I like what? So I defend my life hand. I don't. And of course, CBR has to throw in his jabs. So he has calmed down a pato. We don't want another Sandy Hook situation here. Look, I don't care what you think of me, Brown CBR, but I don't need to be Sandy Hook. I'll just come in this, take your TV peacefully, and it won't hurt nobody. That's how I do things. So stop calling me Kissy. I gave you a close-up, and this is how you repay me, Kissy. I gave you the longest close-up of my videos, and this is how you repay me? And you think I shouldn't be mad and upset with you? You didn't just take a spear. You took a dagger and a sai and stubbed me in the back with it, and you turned it, and you made the scar deeper, Kissy. That's what you did to me. I mean, what I mean is, oh crap, I'm gonna hyperventilate. I gotta take a break. Hold on. Where's the spider chick to make food for us? Where is she? Damn it! I can't find the intro. People are just can't let him. You can't let a man be. You can't let a nigga be, right? You just can't let a nigga be, right? Can't. Here we go. Hi, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming in. We're here talking. We're here talking about André Franquin, and we're gonna have a good time talking about him. He's a very influential member of the Belgian Franco comic scene. So, and we were talking about his work in Idée Noire, which is considered his darker of his comics, but it was still fun and very. Oh, this is my favorite piece right here. This is my favorite piece. So. Again, it goes right back to the heavy inks that he uses. But notice how the text here in the bottom, right? Again, this is a good example of making the text, the lettering, part of the art. I like this a lot. And I think people don't use it properly. But here he does a good job of it. I think so. Oh, zoom back in? Hold on. Okay, wait. Here we go. There we go. Okay, this is what you want, right? You want this, right? There you go. There you go. There's the 7th page in Godlike. The 7th page. I hope you're happy. But yeah, this is heavy inks. Heavy inks. This is what it is. It's heavy inks. What more do you need to see, Sark? What more do you need to see? So Master Panda has a critique of Spidey Girl's whatever she was making. I was down for it till she dumped the sugar on top. My teachers started looking at it. Yeah, I think without the sugar. I'd rather have the sugar free. I think everything else was good. But I think I gotta learn to make those kind of things myself because I haven't cooked in a minute, but I like cooking. I like to make those kind of things. So I need to learn that recipe and make my own. And I think it'll be good for the world. Oh, look at that. We have a $5 Australian super chat from Oz Great Sage. Well, thank you for the super chat, Oz Great Sage. I appreciate it. So I can buy my coffee now. He says, put some respect on KSS's name. He is the king of the slums and your muse. Happy birthday, king. Now give KSS his close-up. Enhance. Quack. Oh, I hurt reading that. I hurt reading that. KSS says, laugh at Lady Sickapoo again is coughing, damn it. Make her chicken noodle soup and get your house inspected for mold, you jerk.
I want to see it from
Don't encourage her. And my house doesn't have mold. She got sick. She deals with a lot of kids, and you know what happens when you deal with kids. You're gonna get sick. It happens, unfortunately. So, but
No, it's still your fault.
she's stuck getting anyway. Master Panda, thank you for bringing the stream. Thank you, Master Panda, for bringing the stream back to normalcy. You're one of the few that actually cares about the art that I show on these streams and the comic creators I talk about. You are, sir, without a doubt, the MVP. I appreciate you. He says, this is an excellent example of how some artists can tell an entire story in one panel, while others can't even tell a story or make a point in an entire issue. This is the comment of the night. Absolutely. Like, it is a skill to do these like one-page gag comics for a magazine or newspaper, because you really got to tell the whole story in one image. It really is a skill of design, simplicity, brevity, whatever you want to call it. It's a skill. Not many storytellers can do this. Not many comic artists. Very few comic artists can do this. I know this because we see them a lot in our space. They just don't know how to. They can't. Like, that's it. That's what I paid for. That doesn't sound encouraging. Mood of Hell. What is going on here? The creator of Spiro and Fantasia and also the infamous Marsu. Yeah, we're going to go to Marsupilami in a second. But I sent you the link, Mood of Hell, if you want to come on. I sent you the link. So if you want to come on, please come on. But yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because we're going to go into Marsupilami in a sec. Let's see here. I think I'm caught up, right? Have I caught up? Well, you guys... I think I am, yes. A lot of that can do a whole stream and get nowhere. No, here's the thing, Manicore, okay? Here's the thing. I can get somewhere. But you want to try to derail me with violence. It's not going to happen. We're going to continue this stream. We're going to continue talking about André Franquin, and it's going to be a successful and thought-provoking stream. Oh, yes. 100. Oh, yes. I do a whole stream. What are you talking about? I do. Oh, Andy Contreras says, I love the art style and already looking for English version on Amazon. I didn't know it was the same person that did Marsupilami. Only reason I know of that comic is because Chuck Dixon talked about it. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, we're going to show some of the artwork from Marsupilami in a second. In one of his streams about showed images. In one of his streams and showed images. Okay, well, so there you go. So we know for a fact that Chuck Dixon was inspired by Andre Franquin. We know that for a fact now. So you can see that Franklin did have a very global influence in the comic world, not just in the Belgian Franco scene, but outside of that area too, throughout the world. Oh, we finally have some assistance. So yes, here we go. Here's my intro for him right here. Where have you been?
I was on a midnight walk. Couldn't sleep, and yeah.
Midnight walks are the best walks. I like midnight walks.
Yeah, and you almost get a whiff of autumn here in Germany, and I like that.
You know, it's funny you say that because it feels like autumn here. And I know someone else from a mid state, one of my friends on Facebook said the same thing. I'm like, is it a national thing or global thing now? Is it because here it's still August and it feels like it's October.
Yeah, it seems like autumn's coming early this year.
I'm not looking forward to that. So
I like autumn. It's my favorite part of the year.
I've learned to appreciate autumn over the years. Now, in the last couple of years, it's been somber and melancholy because, as you know, with my personal tragedy from a few years ago, I had that. It hits differently for me now, but I appreciate it. So, anyway, Vinziger says, interesting. I'm someone who wants to use Chuck Dixon's and Mike Barron's writing style as influence for my street level stories for my shared universe. I mean, Chuck Dixon is one of the best. I mean, he even did a movie based on one of his works. So, is it Last Man Standing? I think it is with Jason Statham. No, it's not Last Man Standing. What's that movie? Jason Statham.
Working Man.
Working Man. Yes. That was Chuck Dixon. So he's very influential. So you can't go wrong with that. Okay, it says it's cool this August here, Stu. I'm cool with it because autumn is my favorite season. Halloween season comes early for me. Yeah, one of the things I like about Halloween season, aside from Halloween and being able to watch the cool horror movies, is all the events. Like it's the Kickstarter for the holiday season. But for me, it's like the first major event of the holiday season is New York Comic Con. I haven't been to New York Comic Con in years, but I remember going there and having fun, and I enjoy the anticipation and the lead up to it. I sense it, so it's fun. I do appreciate that. And then you get the holiday seasons with Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas and New Year's. So I look forward to that. I look at autumn differently than I used to. Before it was something I just didn't like because I hated the end of summer. But when I moved to Pennsylvania, I appreciated the autumn because it's a smaller town, so you appreciate the atmosphere, you appreciate the activities that they have, and again, like 3 years ago when Stephanie passed away, it had a different feel for me, and the weather does. I don't want to say it's PTSD, but it does bring those memories back. Like it's like a physical thing where it's like you experience something physical and it just automatically triggers that memory. So I will be experiencing that quite a bit. Not to a point where I'm going to be like sad or like distraught, but it's going to make me feel something. So I'll be dealing with a lot of that, but it's part of the journey. But
I understand you very good. I also have some dear ones who are gone in autumn. My beloved grandma died 2 years ago in November.
Mm-hmm.
But my son is born on the 20th of October. Right. So it's a little bit bittersweet.
That's what it is. It's bittersweet. You said it correctly. It is that bittersweet feeling. But with Data Shadow Band, I'm going to be making some nice autumn memories. So there's that. So I have that balance of what I lost versus what I have, and making some new memories to balance out the bittersweet memories, I guess, if we're going to call it that. But yeah, I heard about the hurricane. I did hear about that hurricane. So I think that's what's causing. Is that what's causing the insane climate? It's interesting.
I told you.
That is interesting. So.
No, don't listen to me.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat. They're like autumn. Autumn is the best hen.
It is.
Yeah, Lady Shadow looks at autumn too.
The absolute best season.
Autumn is my
It's the only season that should exist.
Autumn is my favorite in Queensland. Absolutely magnificent. A lot of love for Autumn. Yeah, a lot of love for Autumn. So okay, so let's move on now. Oh, before I move on, so yeah, okay, so well, let's just move on because the chat is. This is the page from. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but Ide Nwide. Here's the plan. Cybertron. No, it's not Cybertron, but you can see like he does more detailed work in these comic strips here. So these are the heavy inks.
It's interesting. That's a very Franco-Belgian panel.
Yeah,
You can see that in Peo stuff. You can see that in Mobius stuff.
yes,
Jean Giraud.
yeah. I do see a little Mobius. You're right. I didn't catch that. You're right. I do see Mobius.
That's pure Morbius.
Yeah. Ken says, yes, my dad died on December 19, 2017, right before Christmas and my birthday. It's still kind of depressing for me still. Yeah, the holidays, like the holiday season. Yeah, I get it. 100% get it. So I used to not like autumn, says Angela Curry, but now I do. Yes, I'm the same way. Like I used to hate autumn because it reminded me of school, going back to school, ending of summer. But once I moved to Pennsylvania, that changed for me. I learned to appreciate the autumn, and I really enjoy it now. So I think it's location, geographical, also experience tends to that tends to change your perception of seasons. So, and the Contreras, speaking of Cybertron, Images Transformers series is pretty sick. Not gonna lie, been watching Jordan 3PO videos showing Transformers at our panels and going through the story, and it's crazy good. Yeah, actually, so I bought Volume 1. Let me get it. I think I showed this to you guys, but I did buy Volume 1. I mean, watch the screen of the hardcover collection of the first 12 issues of Transformers Images run. So I'm going to read this. I have a lot of comics to read, but I do want to read this. But yeah, it's definitely a beautiful translation adaptation of the G1 Transformers and the design. So it's good to see this. So a lot of great praise for it, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I got this at the comic shop near me. They had there's two covers. It's the Optimus Prime cover, the Starscream cover, Volume 1. Of course, I got the Optimus Prime cover, but Starscream cover is sick too. Like if you're a collector, you'll get both, but I like to have Optimus Prime on my cover. But again, the Starscream one is pretty good too. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this for sure. I got a lot of comics to read. I got a lot of books to read. I've been reading, and this is not a comic, but this will show you how behind I am in my reading. I bought this book at Barnes Noble called Cultish. It's an interesting book about the language of cult, and it's fascinating because there's a science behind it. So I want to finish reading that. But anyway, back to the stream. So there we go. So you guys give me content, and I like it. As a matter of fact, Hasbro Pulse.
You are muted. What's going on with your internet again? Still the Sega Mega Drive 90s internet?
Testing 1 2. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, thank you for letting me know on time. But yes, I was just telling Hen that Hasbro Pulse on YouTube is streaming season 3 of Transformers. They've been streaming it since December of 2024. So, and you can see all the episodes of Transformers Generation 1 on YouTube. So you go. Anyway, my internet is good now, right? Yeah, it's good. Okay, anyway, so let me get back to the stream and continue on. So, okay, so now this is the Marsupilami comic view. So you're familiar with this one, right, Helmut?
Yeah, and I saw the cartoon as a kid.
Okay, tell us about this.
So it's an unknown species of some sort living in the Amazonas region, I think.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it has all sorts of friends and doing stuff there. It's almost like the Smurfs, but a little bit more exotic.
So the story's about these Marsupilami that was discovered by a journalist in the jungle of Colombia. and I guess she sets up a conference to try to explain her discovery or to announce her discovery. So it's a series about that. It lasted for about I think it was like what I don't know how many years this thing lasted for, but it was compiled into a collection, and I don't know if it's still available for sale. I'm sure you can find this now, but so the Snorks. You know what? It's funny because it does have that Peyo influence, and funny about Peyo because you're gonna hear that name again later on, but I can see the Peyo influence. Here's another. This is a cover for one of the Marsupilami collection. Marsupilami. I can't believe I said it right. I did say it right. I feel proud of myself. We can see the expressive body language. So here's a page from the Marsupilami. Let's analyze it for a second. A lot of detail, but you can see that the balance of detail and space. See, this is a good example of how to use detail, but not to crowd the page or bombard your page with detail. Marsupilami character on the tree very easily. See, this is a good example of design. Wouldn't you agree in the chat? Would you guys in the chat agree? I agree with me. If nobody agrees, that's fine because I agree with me. And Helmut Silence confirms he agrees with me too. So there is unita in this community. I'm very proud of it. And in contrast, can't say how good this art style is. Can't say it enough. Very simplistic, but it has art style that is pleasing to the eye. That's the key. It's very pleasing to the eye. It has to catch the eye. I'd say zoom in, but some jerk. Cool incomplete sentence arc. Awesome incomplete sentence. It made no sense, and I'm here for it. Beautiful. It's cartoony, says Massive Hannah, but you're still getting tons of detail with the shrubbery. I dig the heavy shadows of the bottom side of the treetops. Enough detail, yeah. The characters got aura. Mm-hmm. They do. They're fun. They're fun to look at, and you could tell that there's a lot of bringing them to life just by expressions and emotions. This is actually my favorite looking one because of the contrast of the blue and yellow. You can sell a lot of books with color contrast, especially with the comics. Enough color contrast will pull people in, and they'll just be like, "Hey, this is very interesting contrast. Let me take a look into it." Wouldn't you agree? Mood of hell.
Yeah. And also the Marsupilami has a little bit of a crossover with Asterix and Obelix.
Okay, yeah.
From Uderzo and Goscinny, because in one book, I don't know exactly which book of Asterix, there's a poster in the background where the Marsupilami is on. So there's a little bit of a crossover between them.
Why is Sark mad? Sark, why are you mad? I'm running a stream, Sark. Why are you mad? Look at it. Look at this. He's spurring out my chat. He's writing this. He's spurring out and writing jerk all over in the chat. Why are you mad? I'm running a stream, Sark. I'm running a stream. Why is he mad at me? What have I done to these people? I've done nothing to these people. I've done nothing to them. I'm just running a stream. I'm just running a stream. I'm trying to give people like I'm trying to give people an expose on these comic outliers. I don't deserve this. See, Massive Panda gets me. He's my spirit animal. He says, I think Jim Manhood is releasing a comic right now or soon that has those really heavy shadows with just pops of yellow on the pages. It looks great. It's awesome how that color contrast really just brings in the eye. That's all you need. Hen has made an appearance and she's leaving us all. So hopefully, Hen, you have a good night. Take care and have a peaceful night tonight. Knee-jerk reaction from Elasmat. No, I am just pointing out the facts. Odds, great sage. I'm pointing out the facts. I'm sorry that makes you mad and upset that I point out the facts, but I'm sorry. That's just what I do. I'm a mirror to you people, so I can do that. And I'm allowed to do that. I'm going to keep doing that because you guys are mean and just need to be exposed. KSS says, I dig the covers. The colors remind me of a Dr. Seuss cover. I'm writing a Dr. Seuss Dr. Seuss style book called It's called Elasma is a. That's a lie. I know it's a lie. Kiss KSS. I know it's a lie. You didn't fool me for a few seconds, but I thought I believed you, but now I don't. You're a liar, and I'm not gonna believe anything you say ever again. Ever again. That was unnecessary. I know you would, Bear. I know you would. You absolutely would. You people stick together with your harassment. This is a new internet troll group, aren't you guys? Aren't you? But I see what you're doing. Moving on. This is a series they're called Radar La Robot. I know it's not how you pronounce, but that's what it's called, so sue me. But yeah, this is from 1947. Let's just review each individual panel for a second. The first
that's
panel
from Spirou and Fantasio.
Yes.
Because that's one of them. I don't know who, but that's one of those two.
And this first panel reminds me of a Disney cartoon.
You know, it reminds me of Hergé and Tintin.
Yes. Oh, yeah. You're right. It does have that Tintin influence on there. Yeah. I like the old science fiction comics of yesteryear. They were simple, but man, they were just they had fun with the design of like the robots and the aliens.
Yeah, the Franco-Belgian fantastical stuff is also very good, like the Jean Giraud Mobius stuff, and also from others like the guy who did Blake and Mortimer with the science fiction elements. They have really good science fiction books.
This is why I've been doing a lot of the Belgian Franco artists, because there's a lot of like next level stuff they've been doing, and it's like you can see why they've been influential throughout the world. Like this strip right here, for example, is just evidence of that. The use of the colors, the simplistic styles, but like the design of the panels is what sticks out.
I have a very, maybe for Americans, unpopular opinion, and that is that Jean Giraud, the Mobius, did the best Western comic period with Blueberry. No American comic artist has ever done a better cowboy comic than Jean Giraud with Blueberry.
In comparison, I love old science fiction short story cover art and movie cover art. All the painted stuff. Yeah, movie cover art is a lost art. Because the cover arts now for movies suck. They absolutely suck. It's all just the actors' heads and the title. It's like, that's so uninspiring. It's dumb. It sucks. It is a lost art. Blueberry is damn good, says Sark.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, continue on. Let me go back to the knock. Okay. Here's another one called Le Voyage du Mesozoique. I know I pronounced it wrong, but I don't care. But yeah, this reminds me of the Fleischer cartoon from Superman, one where he fights that. Kind of reminds me of that, but
for me, it's very similar to Ibanez and Clever and Smart.
Mm-hmm.
What's the American name for Clever and Smart again?
Clever and Smart. Let me see. What is it?
From Francesco Ibanez.
Let's see. I don't know. What was it, Francesco?
Ibanez. With a Z.
Huh.
You talked about him on one of the Outliers.
Okay, I there's probably a language barrier, so yeah. Francesco. Let me go back to Okay, yeah, I'll have to look back, but I think I know you're talking about, but I have to look back. So that's the reason why I log in my stream so I can go back and reference in case I forget, because the way it works for me is if I go like 4 or 5 streams, I'll probably forget who I spoke about before, so I have to go back and and look at it and like, oh, that's right, that guy. Yeah, that guy. The guy with that particular art. Yes. Yes, that guy. So KSS says, I'm trying to stir up arguments. I'm trying to make this interesting. Never mind.
Last time Kissy tried to make something interesting, he recommended for us to watch Razorback.
See, he recommended it, but you ended up watching it.
Yeah, I'm the only one that watched it. I was stupid enough to do it.
So you have a bone to pick with Kissy. Henry Thune says he got home. Thanks, Henry, for letting us know you got home safe. Have a good night. God bless.
Good evening.
Foot Rots. Wait, I hate when I click on a comment and there's a highlight. Foot Rot Flats comic strip got a movie. It says Oz Great Sage. Kick-ass theme song, Slice of Heaven. I'm gonna look that up. Slice of Heaven. Actually, I'm looking right now because I'm not gonna remember that name. So it's Foot Rots Flats, Slice of Heaven. Hold on. Let me find that. I clearly am not gonna play it because I don't know what the copyright thing is gonna be on that. I don't want to risk it. Let's see. So Foot Rot Flats, Slice of Heaven, right? Here we go. Okay. This is for me to listen to after. Oh, look at that. Foot Rot Flats. Oh, wow. I'm looking at the music video. It's got clips of that's some decent art style. I like that animation. It's very smooth. You guys, any of you guys can see it, but you don't have to for another day. But that was a good recommendation. I like that. Oh, that's Great Sage. For once, Oz Great Sage. That's a good recommendation. So, wait, drop the link for KSS. Stop trying to suppress his First Amendment. What link? What link did he drop?
For him to join you.
I didn't see it. Hold on.
No, free on stream.
He's won't go on stream.
Well, that's his problem.
Wait, Klaus Kinski recommended Razorback. Said it's the only way he regrets turning. I X the dot on that, but Klaus Kinski was a weird guy, so maybe I don't know.
No, not even he would do Razorback. He did a lot of shitty movies, but that one.
Kiwi comic strip. Yeah, I'm looking at the animation. I like that art style. I gotta look into that one. Foot Rot Flats. I'm gonna look Foot Rot Flats. Foot Rot Flat. That sounds like a tongue twister. And the artist that wrote the song was Dave Dobbin. So I'm gonna look into that song. If it's good, I'll probably do an Outlier stream on that soon. The comic. So okay, let me continue on. So this is a cover he did for a magazine called La Moustique. That's one of the covers he did. Again, even the expressions on the ghost, like with the eyes, it's very expressive. And then this is another cover he did for them. Le Moustique magazine. A lot of very interesting art techniques you can learn from this stuff, especially with the background and how to balance detail with the open space. So it's easy on the eyes. Sometimes it's good not to put too much detail, so that you're guaranteed to finish your book faster. You can still have like a nice art style and still get these things out faster without having to rely on too much detail. That boxing illustration is hilarious. It says Massive Panda. Yes, let me zoom in so you guys can see. So yeah, the poor stuff got his face punched in. There you go. Oh, but this guy looks very concerned right here. Oh wait, I went too fast. Hold on. There we go. So this guy right here, very concerned. Look at his face. He's very concerned. You can tell the concern in his face. Like he's looking at what happened with the guy with the boxer's face being punched in, and he's like, "Oh man, what can I do to help? What can I do? Something has to be done." Okay, it says appreciate. Absolutely. Their bodies are shaped like a lot. You know, Kansas, you were doing good. You were doing good until now. You're doing good until now. Model Mono H. I wonder if this is monomachus, but anyway, Mono HCC says Shannon. It could be. Let me see. Well, no, because this guy's a little heavier, but it looks like he took a punch to the face and didn't whine about it. Shannon.
There's also no UPS driver in the picture.
Oh, you know what? Maybe. Oh, wait. You're right. As a matter of fact, this guy right here. Hold on. You know what? Now I think about it.
Wait, is that Hitler in the background?
That's the UPS driver, and then that's Hitler right there. Oh shit! Right.
That's Hitler.
Wow.
God.
Holy mackerel! You're right. He was inspired even then.
Concerned Hitler in the background.
Yes. Oh, it concerned Hitler. Yes. Wow. My struggle. He was experiencing Mein Kampf, watching that poor guy's face being getting punched into his skull. Poor guy. Franquin, you Chad, you. Here's a cover for a magazine called Robotos from 1968. Zooming in, and you can see the use of the colors. This is one of the more refined cartooning styles that I've seen.
I love the background work from Franco-Belgian artists.
Yes, I do too. I noticed like there was definitely I don't know how to explain it, but the way they balance out simplicity with detail and just design it where it's like it just really stands out to you and it pulls you in very nicely.
It's not over the top, but it's everything in the picture what makes sense to be there.
KSS says this drawing is based on a fight in Argentina in 1952. That's clearly not Hitler. Oh, wait a minute. Yes. Wait, when is Hitler's in the live stream? It's coming soon. And when that happens, that will be my final farewell because you know what happens when YouTube. So I will be nuked from existence. Mazepana says artists who are good at capturing expressions and gestures. Do you think they were all the quiet types who went to parties, stood alone in a corner, and just observed people like a fly in the wall? Well, is that what you're saying? Are they all socially awkward? I would say, well, you know what? Let me be careful because a lot of these artists networked with one another. They did go to functions. They did gatherings. So they had people skills back then. I think the whole them being socially reclusive wasn't a thing until maybe like the 60s when the underground movement started. I think that may have been when that was a thing, but I don't think they were all quiet. I think even some of the artists from like the 60s, 70s, and 80s, like they were into the party lifestyle. Like one artist I covered, Dory Seda, like she was a big into the party scene and she ended up, unaliving herself because of it. So I don't know. Like I don't know. I mean, being an artist requires time and commitment to getting your piece done. Life, the world, so it could be a thing. He was pretty underground but unique. Love the art style. Kyle looks cool, says Osgreat Sage. So. Those colors are very bright. They make me feel good. Not like a last man who makes me feel disgusted. I don't make you feel nothing, Chance. That's on you. That's on your conscience. Your conscience makes you feel that way. Vibrant colors, so much joy. Not like a last man who's revolting. Well, egg on you, Kissy. Egg on you. Be like Angela. She loves this. Angela loves the colors. That's all she had to say. She loves the colors. She don't add any of the extra stuff that you add, Kaz. That's because she doesn't have hate in her heart. She's got love and joy in her heart. Kessler! I wish she could learn better. Sark says, being an artist requires mind-altering substances to continue through the actual work. Oh, I guess some people have to go through those lengths to create their art. I don't know. But yeah, unfortunately, that is a thing that is part of the scene for some people. And in some cases, their addiction to said substances requires them to spend money that was given to them to get books published, but it doesn't happen. So that's a rabbit hole I ain't going into. Anyway, so here, okay, this is a collaboration right here between Franquin and Peyo of Smurfs. This is Gaston, and you can see the Smurfs faded in the book bag that's behind Gaston. And this fading in, I don't know why it's fading. I think it's because of time, but yeah. So this is an actual collab between Peyo and Andre Franquin. So that's why I meant. That's why I said regarding this the Smurfs and Peyo, you will. And Lambeek was a comic shop in the Netherlands. It was one of the first underground comic shops. I should do a stream on them one day. I talked about it. That I will do one, and I think I should do one on Lambiek. So, his nose is shaped like a lasmat. Screw you, to you, Kissy. You know, no matter how many times I told these people that the MRIs and the CAT scans all confirm that my cranium is normal, they don't listen.
Yeah. You look a little bit weird. Now it's gone. I haven't said that much offensive things. So what shall we do? Give me something. Give me something. You're in lead, André. You mean he looks like slushy? No, I think his head is shaped like a peanut. And you can't convince me otherwise. Also, the color fits. Yeah. What to say? Kissy, say something. Give me something. And with give me something, I mean no recommendations for horror movies. Been there, done that. What's the worst Klaus Kinski movie? My pick is Razorback.
Are you done now? Are you people
No.
done being mean to me? Are you done being harassing to me? Are you done? You let poor Helmet be alone in the stream to handle the pressure. He's not built for the pressure.
Oh, I gotcha. It was all fun and giggles.
No, Helmet, listen to me. I'm here to help you. Oh, you're down there. I'm here to help you. Don't cave into the pressure. Don't do it. Just don't do
I'm
it.
kind of boring when I'm alone because I need someone to make fun of. That's why you should not
I don't
leave
bring
me
you
alone.
here to make fun of me. I bring you here as a compliment to my education studies and to help me with the chat.
I think of myself more like a spokesperson for the chat.
Well, look, the chat's got to be positive. You could only be a spokesperson if they're adding to the spirit of the community, not being divisive. See, Old Dirty Fatty gets it. He likes me. He says, I like you, Elasma. See? And Niobe came in asking for me because I was missing, and he's like, I only came to see Elasma. Where's Elasma? See? People like me. People want me. They don't want me to be gone from the scene. They don't want me to be unalived. So this is confirmed. I'm confirmed. See what I'm saying?
Who says that the people in the chat don't like you? I think it's
Bear.
Like-
Bear's the example. Look at that. He says, "Damn, Elasma came back." See, he's one of these abusers. He comes in here. He thinks he's having fun. No, he's here to destroy what I'm trying to build. He's a destroyer. See, Old Dirty Fatty, this was not necessary. You were doing so good for a few seconds. You were doing so good. It was not necessary. See, you see what I'm saying? Like body shaming. This is body shaming. Unnecessary. Unflipping necessary. So yeah, this is a collaborative piece between Peyo and Franquin. And I think this is the last of the. So Franquin died in 1997 of a heart attack after a few string of outliers who have been moited by terrorists and other people. It's finally good to cover someone that died I guess if you want to call it a natural passing. Sure, we'll call it a natural passing. So, wait, what woman? Oh, you mean no? She's fine. She's fine, Diache. She's fine.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
So are. Anyway, Diache says she's fine. So she's fine. Trust me.
I'm not fine.
She's doing great and spectacular. Anyway, Bear says you haven't answered.
She can cough on you.
You haven't answered for your crime. Look, She has a cough. We have all had cough. Robitussin and Hall takes care of it. It was cherry flavored.
And I have
It was delicious. I wish I had the cherry flavored cough drops. It's great and soothing to the throat. Why are you yelling at me? I didn't create.
No. But no. He left me alone again. Damn it.
Hi guys, I'm back. Anyway, so okay, I had to move the script.
my cough actually sounds better, Michael, but thank you.
What
See,
was that all about? You gave her what?
No, see, look, this is the Helmet. This is the racism I'm talking about. Call the cops. Why? Because I'm a colored? Because you assume that violence happened because I'm colored? Oz? See, this is what I'm talking about, Helmet. This is what I'm talking about. I don't make this up. The racism in this community is real. This is a perfect example of it right here.
Yeah, but your lady is sick.
Well, Andrew wants grapes. You want to give her some grapes? Instead of sending Prime beefies, send Angela grapes.
I'm not a fan of grape. Grape is horrendous, and it's
no. Horrendous is giving Prime beefies and having him take his shoes off and stream so he can see his bare feet. That's horrendous, and that's on you.
You gave him the clout to do it.
You gave him the beefies.
I didn't know that he will eat them with his
that's
dirty
not my
feet.
fault. You gonna put that on me? You're gonna victim shame? Is that's what this is now?
Hey, I didn't enjoy it either. It looked and sounded ugly.
You had to have known that by you sending him beefies, he was gonna do something kind of weird. You had to have known that.
I didn't even thought that he might like it because everybody hates them in Germany.
Wait. They hate him in Germany?
Yeah.
Really? Why?
They say it's pressed meat garbage.
You gave Prime pressed meat garbage?
It's the rest of the beef.
You gave Prime the rest of the meat. He's here talking. Prime was talking about how natural beefies taste it, and you're telling me, no, it's meat garbage. You gave him meat garbage. You lied to him.
No, not really. He didn't ask me.
Wow.
He wanted stuff from Germany. What stuff? It was all on me. So I did send him stuff from Germany.
Hey, Arnold, when you get a chance, let Prime know that he had meat. He had leftover meat with the beefies. He was giving leftover meat. So.
Get the rancid stuff.
Okay, my throat is scratchy, so but yeah, so it was an interesting stream today. I think a lot of people resonated with the artwork. This is one of the highlights where most said with the artwork. Most, not everybody resonated, but at least most did. So that is a testament to Franquin's depth as an artist.
I have a question.
Yes.
How many of those European outliers that you did are in reality available in America?
So I checked, and quite a few of them still are for example, his stuff is available on Amazon. So you can get his stuff, although it's not like one big collected volume. So you're gonna have to get like various separate editions depending on the IP. So like, for example, we did Gaston, so you'll have to get like various volumes of Gaston, or Bodese and Pompon, get that as well. Idée Noire also. So they're separately. Like each title has separate volumes. So you'll be building kind of a bit of a collection, but they're available. So if you're focused on, say, Franquin or Hergé or Peyo, you can get their stuff on Amazon or even like there's a website called, I'm sorry, let me get that website. I think it's called Abe Books or something. Let me see. It's called abebooks.com, right? abebooks.com. And you can get there's a whole lot of books that are on there because people are always selling books. So you can actually buy books from like the yesteryear, like the 70s, 80s, or whatever people put out there for sale. You can get them on 8books.com. So I'm sure you can find a lot of those older comics strips through there if you can't get it on Amazon. You can get like older editions. It's pretty cool. So, okay, it says, last hypothetical. Let's say you ordered a pizza and it was late, and the lady who delivered it says she sat on your pizza to keep it warm, but it was cold, and your name is Colors. Would you sue? Would I sue the person who sat on my pizza, or would I sue Colors? Because I sue Colors yesterday. Just name it. Fund me a lawsuit, and Colors is getting sued. So just let me know. I'll sue her. I'll sue the pants off. Canada, thank you for telling me. I'm gonna put a GoFundMe, and you guys are gonna help me fund a lawsuit. I'm suing Colors for what? I don't know. Don't care. It's getting done. So
Emotional cruelty.
we'll go with that one. Sure. My LB has 100% more business sense than EVS. Getting backers books. Their books there. Yeah, getting backers their books. Yes, 100%. Sure. I mean, if you're gonna make books, like I'm sending more books out tomorrow, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue fulfilling for Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake. I got a lot of books to fulfill, but I keep my backers posted daily. Not daily, but I keep them posted frequently so they know what's up. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna post an update tomorrow on my platform so they know the status of the continual fulfillment of the books. So yeah, I did, yes. Anyway,
what comics did you read lately?
Well, right now I mean, I've read this before, but I'm catching up on it again because I have the collected works. But I mean, reading the Godzilla Marvel run from 1979. So I started reading it again yesterday, and I'm enjoying it. I really enjoy the artwork on this. I enjoy the throwback to when comics were just fun. You know, the colors and the line art. Marvel, beautiful Marvel artwork. So
I have a tiny information, a tiny Easter egg in regards of Godzilla and other mediums.
Oh, what's the Easter egg?
You know that I really like Monster in My Pocket, the from Matchbox, the little monsters, the little neon colored monsters from the 90s.
Yes.
And the first series had a Tyrannosaurus Rex. But that wasn't a Tyrannosaurus Rex, it was Godzilla, but they couldn't name it Godzilla.
Oh, right. Because they had the trademark. Let me look it up because I think I know what you're talking about, and I want to say I remember seeing it. Hold on, Monster in My Pocket. Hold on, Monster in My Pocket, Godzilla. Let's see it. Holy crap! Yeah, wait. Let's see.
And the interesting part is Marvel Comics did a 5-parter of the Monster in My Pocket as a comic. And in the 4th issue, the Tyrannosaurus appears, and everything in the comic screams Godzilla. So
wow. As a matter of fact, yeah, I see it. You know what? Here's okay. Yeah, I see the Tyrannosaurus. Let me share this. This is the Monster in My Pocket wiki. I know this is not exactly Franquin, but we kind of done with Franquin. This is a slight addendum, something different. But yeah, so this is the Tyrannosaurus from Monster in My Pocket, and there's a this is from the Marvel comic right here. This right there, right?
Yep,
that's it right there. So yeah, you can definitely see it. So awesome. So I think we'll end it on that note. No colors. The band zone has no diplomatic immunity. I control the band zone. I own the band zone. You think you have. So now the game says, bring me on some time last man, and we can talk about fulfillment and such. Yeah, you know, well, when we get to that point, sure, I'll absolutely will, because why not? Why not? It'd be good to do a stream with you and have a chat on that stuff, because I think fulfillment is definitely something that a lot of our peers are having problems with. So that would be fun to have. That 90s Godzilla reference you referenced in your Good Art Takes Years video. Did you find that at a comic shop, or did you have to order that online? I've never seen it anywhere. Oh, so you're talking about the Godzilla art. Let me see, where is it? Let me pull it out here. The one from Dark Horse, the color special. So I got this back in 1993. I went to the comic shop and bought this 93. This is the original from 93. Yeah, that Godzilla vs. Biollante debuted in the States on Cinemax. And it was also because the design for Godzilla is the same one from Biollante. It's the original, or the earlier Heisei Godzilla. But the artwork by Art Adams is superb. This is like one of his best stuff. So I like the artwork. He does a really good job with Godzilla. So this is the best panel right here with Godzilla coming out of the ocean. So you can find this online. You can still get it online if you want to order it. But no, I bought it in person at the comic shop. I was surprised when I saw it. I was like, holy crap, it's a Godzilla comic. I better get this. And it's a great read. It really captured the 90s spirit of the Heisei Godzillas at the time. So because back then, like the Godzilla stuff in Japan wasn't coming in influx to the States like it does today. You can go to any toy store or any comic shop, and you can find a lot of Godzilla related stuff from overseas. But back in the 90s, you had to order it online. You had to find someone through these magazines, these toy magazines that had these dealers listed, and that's how you were able to order the Godzilla related material. So imagine going to a comic shop and seeing this available. Oh, I'm snatching it. So it was a fun time at the time. You know, I enjoyed it, but I kind of enjoy having my Godzilla material available, readily available. So,
do you think I can snatch all 5 issues of the Monster in My Pocket comic next year on HeroesCon?
I don't know. Maybe they might have. Someone might have it. You never know. I mean, look, I saw some stuff at HeroesCon that I didn't think was a bit that would be available. Like I saw the reissues of the old Dick Tracy comics, some old horror magazines. You know, so yeah, absolutely, I absolutely think so.
Because it's nearly impossible in Germany to get them. They never made it to Germany, the comics. So
you could probably can you order and have it delivered to you?
I have to look that up. But what I can order, my friend, is all issues of Pit, the OG, for 35 euros.
Yeah, save yourself some money and time, and just buy the original Pit comics that are available online through Etsy or eBay or other places that sell them, and save your time and money. That's actually, I know some people that bought the Pit comics and actually had them binded. They did their own custom binding. It looks awesome.
You know, I'm not really interested in Pit, to be honest. It wasn't my thing back then, and it's especially not now my thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like I told you, at the same time in 1994, when Pit came out, the Hulk had a very, very good run with the first appearing of the Maestro Hulk, and I'd rather buy those comics than Pit.
Yeah, Pit really for people that really, I guess, were into that character back then. Like the artwork is nice, but the story, a lot of people said the story was meh. So I would have bought the omnibus when Phil Diaz was attached to it, and they had all plans for it. But I ain't buying it now. It's not even an omnibus; it's just trade paperback. So just save your money and just get the issues available that are already available through eBay and Etsy and those places. So yeah, as long as Pit was mid, yeah, I kind of got that. I would, like I said, I would have bought the omnibus if Phil Diaz was still attached to it. You would have had a new story, new artwork. But if you see my documentary on it, my documentary, the story of the Phil Pit omnibus, you pretty much already know. You already know. So, Fascist Curse of Pit is shit. I have 5 copies in random log boxes of most of them. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. But I have my opinions on that too. So. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a stream because I don't want to end it on that. I'd rather end it on the fact that I enjoyed showing people my Godzilla color special from Dark Horse, the original '93 print. Even though it's already out of the plastic, but still, I kept it in good condition. It's one of my favorite items in my library. It's got a lot of nostalgia in it. But anyway, I think we've enjoyed talking about Franquin, so I will end it here. Any last words, Moon of Hell?
Next week's horror stream. What movie are we talking about again?
So we're going to do The House of Frankenstein.
House of Frankenstein, okay.
Yeah, that is the movie that came out after.
You are muted.
What's up?
Your internet had a hiccup.
Testing 1 2. Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you, but what you said was gone.
I was saying that House of Frankenstein, that's going to be the movie review next week, and that's going to be a sequel to Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. And this is the first Universal horror movie that had Frankenstein, Wolfman, and Dracula in the same movie, although not necessarily together, but we'll go into that. But all 3 monsters appear in this movie for the first time in the Universal timeline.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So with that being said, I'm going to bid you all good night. All you guys in the chat with your spears ready to chuck at me. I don't have Creature of the Black Lagoon, KC. I should have it, but I don't have it. What can I tell you? I don't have much money. I can't spread it all around the universe. KSS. I don't have it. Are you happy? I don't have it. Are you happy? I don't have it. Leave me alone. Just leave me the hell alone, all of yous. I'm done.